So let's talk a little bit about like your personal value systems, like, and maybe how you were raised and how that affected you, and then how your values and your team's values have enabled you guys to thrive and succeed in this business, because you have a really, really good reputation. I mean, anyone locally knows your name. The city respects you. They like you. They usually hate builders. And so talk a little bit about, Lynch Custom Homes values and how you guys, run your business from the core.
It's funny, like at the first company we worked at, there was definitely like core values, in all these training programs. It's like, here's our core values, the 3 C's. I don't think that I've ever really thought about my values at Lynch Custom Homes. Luckily we've kept it small, where we just kind of always err on doing what's right and doing it with a smile and respecting people and listening and making sure the job's ready for people, whether that's like the architect at the beginning, making sure that the architect has all the information so that they know what parameters they have, or providing the right information to the city so they can put it through permit the first time. They don't have to ask you for a bunch of things. But yeah, I think it's just err on doing what's right. That's my only value.
That's your primary value.
I think that's probably it. That's it. Try your best. Try hard. Yeah. I mean, that's my password on my computer now. Try your best. I mean, that's probably it. Just try. Yeah, try and do it with a smile, and yeah, be humble enough to know, like, almost everybody knows more about you, about what they're expert at, like, for sure. It's very apparent that, like, unless you do it every day, over and over and over again, like that person does, they're going to be better at it than you. It doesn't. Yeah.
So in my experience, I've worked with a lot of builders over the years. I feel like they kind of like fit into 3 categories. You have like the rough kind of entry level construction guys, who have a lot of construction experience, but they struggle with project management, and they struggle with like the fit and finish and the finish detail, right? So a lot of people they'll end up with those builders because they fit the budget. I think they think they're more cost conscious, but then like there's sloppy details missed, and the construction process is brutal and takes twice as long. And then you have the guys at the top end who build the super expensive luxury homes. But there's a lot of ego with a lot of those characters, and they tend to not always respect or serve the clients. That like half the time they'll fire the clients or tell them to piss off, right? And then there's a very few number of you guys that kind of work in the middle, like where you said that where you're humble, you love building, you love serving the client, you love being creative. And it sets you guys apart because now you can also do the construction management, manage all the schedules and budgets and finance and details, pass on a lot of that cost-effective approach to your clients, and then you guys serve them, and you love the business and love troubleshooting problems on the job sites, and it's reflected, I think, in how you guys have built the brand and your reputation. So for people that are getting started, like those are all necessary components in this industry. You got to be able to manage all the schedules and know the numbers. You got to be able to put together the right team, have the right humility to serve the clients, have that strong attention to detail, and then, be willing to study and have the people that can help you learn the market. All those things kind of tie together. But yeah, I think that you guys have like a lot of integrity. Like you always do try to do the right thing, which if you just that one core component or principle, it filters into everything else in your business and how you guys approach it.
One thing with that is like even good people sometimes, like good-hearted people that always try to do what's right, kind of screw that up because of volume. There's so many people that want our services because we can do it. Like we know the people. I know how to finish your basement. I know how to do that. But like have to say no all the time. And just stay to our core and don't get over busy. Like don't overpromise, because if I overpromise and we can't uphold to it because we're too busy, we're going to start missing stuff, and we go through fluctuations of that. And it's good because there's kind of like a little reminder, like, hey, that's about as busy as we can get. Let's not do that again.
Sure.
Let's get there, because we want to make sure that, like when we have a meeting with our customer every 2 weeks, that we can be there every 2 weeks. It's not something that always has to get rescheduled or canceled, or I'm not always 20 minutes late to somewhere or something like that because I'm over-promised things. I just kind of try to do as much as we can and stay within like our happy lifestyle schedule type thing. And yeah, that really helps. I mean, that was a big change from the old company when I was working 40 hours a week was hilarious. Like it'd be like 60 to 80 hours a week all the time. And I mean, it helped like grow me as like when I was younger, but you could tell like I just wasn't fulfilling like as good as I could have been because I was just like overwhelmed with like just too much stuff, you know? And so now really trying to like hone that in and really being good at like not just time management, but just like not over promising, you know, or over committing your resources. You know, you only have so much.
I think that's a testimony too to the opportunity in this industry because there's such a shortage of like competent guys in the construction business and in the real estate business in general. I mean, there's a huge demand for it. A lot of people have not gone into building trades. They've all gone to college the past, 2 decades. Now we have a massive shortage in the industry. And a lot of the guys that are doing it are a lot older than we are, and they're all phasing out. So there's a huge gap to be filled, and there's a lot of opportunity in this industry for people that are willing to have good character and do it right.
Even if, people go to college and then come out and get into the trades, it is like we need everybody. And those trades are going to grow, and they need accountants, and they need not just workers. They need all this stuff. Like, it is an amazing industry. And I get so many calls, and it's so hard because we refer people that are like our competitors or acquaintances, and then the stories come back, like what you said, just like complete nightmare. And so it's even hard to refer people now. It's kind of sad. Like, I have good people that I want to refer them to, but they're all really busy too. And it's like, if I refer somebody, it's like, they want to do it and help us out and help the customer out, but they're probably too busy
to take it on.
Yeah. So, it's definitely an industry where I would, looking back at it, I pretty much take the same path or pretty close to it.
Looking back